Today we're riding into Gaithersburg, Maryland on the way to Washington, D.C. and we're staying at this wonderful Airbnb.
Hello, my dear. This is my wife, Erica.
Hi, Erica.
Erica, Jane, Erica.
Hi,
Jane,
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This is Riley.
That's lightning.
Lightning. Yeah,
Lightning.
Lightning. Yep.
Yeah, lightning. Okay.
Yeah, the other guests just arrived too.
Oh, did they? All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Is it Rick or Amon?
Our host has graciously offered to give us a tour of the Airbnb.
All right. Yeah, let's go out front. We'll actually start here. You ready for me to start? Sure.
I am.
Okay.
Yes.
So, welcome to the Inn on Fox Meadow. And this house was originally called Little Zoar by Reverend Thompson. This is actually Reverend Enoch Magruder Thompson. So the Magruder family is famous in the area. And he was a reverend for a parish that was actually down in D.C. And they brought the train up this way from Washington, D.C.
Wow.
Put a stop here about a half a mile away from the house in Old Town Gaithersburg, just down the road here.
Right.
And so right after that, he bought this property and decided to put his home here. The reason it's called Little Zoar is he fleeing from Sodom and Gomorrah. Lot and his wife fled to Little Zoar, the little village, after they left Sodom and Gomorrah. And it's kind of a good metaphor because if you think about, the greed and corruption of Washington, he left the greed and corruption of Washington to take his vacation, his summer home out here, as his refuge.
Wow.
So that's where the house is named when it's named. And it was built in
I love the
1892.
Somewhat contrasting, I'd say.
That's right.
If not clashing.
So they are complementary
Intentionally,
colors
yeah.
with an E. Complementary
Right.
versus analogous colors, and that's
Sure.
intentional. The house was repainted 2.5 years ago. We actually had the entire exterior stripped of the original paint. There was paint this thick on there,
Wow.
and then had it repainted to the tune of lots of money. I won't tell you how much.
Oh my God.
But it should be good for another 20 years with what we have, with a little bit of
Okay.
patching and light
Yeah.
modification from here to there. And so that's the outside of the house.
I love the woodwork on this, and those lollipop shingles are just so beautiful.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. So this is the entryway, this is the door, this is the original door for the house. So it's a little bit old. We did retrofit it with an
love-
electronic lock.
The stained glass windows are just so beautiful.
Yeah, so I'll tell you a
you
little
put
bit about the
them in,
stained
or
glass.
they-
We added them in.
Wow.
So these stained glass windows, the ones that you see, I'll point out some of them that are not, but the
Okay.
ones that you're both basically seeing are actually done by a guy named Nick Tucci.
Okay.
And Nick did them upon request. We commissioned him to do the work. This one is, you'll see it from the other side. And so I gave him the measurements, he custom fit it,
And
I dropped it in the
everything
door,
looks so
and put the frame on
antique.
the outside.
You'll feel like you're walking into the past.
You are, in
Yeah.
many ways.
Yeah.
You have to watch your head going up and down the stairs. We actually had a couple of basketball players, professional basketball players, staying here over the weekend.
Yeah.
And this, if you're 5'7", you're
Yeah.
gonna clear it, but if you're anything more than that, you're gonna actually have to duck.
I'm safe.
So here's Iris's again. Up above, this is my favorite room in the house, at least in the winter. It has a beautiful working fireplace here. And there's a nice telephone chair over here, but my favorite part is actually the two butterfly chairs, or the wingback chairs. In the winter, you can pull these over, put them in front of the fireplace, and the structure of the chairs is designed to hold the warmth in for you. And we get a really nice, good fire
Is
in
that
this
why
room.
the wingback chair?
That is why they are that way.
And that's,
Yes.
wow.
Yeah. My understanding is that table it's a federal style poker table with the spindle legs, so it dates back to somewhere around the late 1700s, early 1800s. And that's a hurricane lamp that was originally an oil lamp that's been converted over to electricity. We have a couple of side chairs here. There's a settee that needs to be repaired that's in the other room, but that goes with
my
it.
goodness.
And then, of course, the Persian rug on the floor. I mentioned that there are multiple stained glass windows in here and the doors.
I see.
This one was also done by Nick Tucci, but this one actually has a different story. This one was done by him and his nephew.
Okay.
So what you're seeing is a mixture of his work around the outside of the lampshades are stained glass.
Is that
and
near San Diego?
That is near
Yeah,
San Diego.
I think I've seen it.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous place.
I used to
But
live in
she,
San Diego.
oh yeah, there you go. So she got that, or she painted that one in the spring. You can tell by the colors and the flowers. That one is actually Colorado.
Colorado.
This one is
It's
actually
like birch trees, right?
aspens.
Oh, okay.
I think
Oh.
aspens.
Okay.
And it's a watercolor. This one she actually did is of our church, St. Mary's, our old church in Barnesville, Maryland.
Okay.
And then over here, I think that one is hydrangeas. Okay, that's a watercolor as well. So you'll see a mixture of watercolors and acrylics and oil paintings. This is the power of his
Sure.
nephew doing the painting of the Black-Eyed Susans, which is Maryland state flower. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's where that one came from. And then if you turn around the other way, this is actually Tucker the fox. Tucker used to live in the backyard, which is why we call this the Annan Fox Meadow. We had many, many foxes in the backyard.
Oh, wow.
They raised them as kits, and then they grew up
So
and
that's
occupied it.
a portrait.
That is a
someone
portrait
you
of
know.
Tucker. So Tucker is called Tucker because he had a bib and Tucker. Okay, and then these here are morning glories.
Oh,
morning
morning
glories
glories,
surrounding
yeah.
him, and we get morning glories right out here in the garden area.
Oh.
So
Yeah, what time of year? About,
late spring, early summer, they should start
Okay.
sprouting up.
alright.
Yep. For the paintings, this one is actually from California as well. These are California poppies. This one is also done by my mother. This is actually a reprint. I have the original, I haven't yet framed. This is actually the uncles. So I have two uncles who were fiddlers, and so they were fiddle players. And since I play the violin and the viola, we have that one too.
Are you all?
You
All
do?
right.
You play?
I
You play violin?
So tomorrow it's gonna be self-service
Okay.
breakfast.
So this is the kitchen. You can see we're putting stuff away. We're
Yes.
restocking.
Busy
We're
place.
running in. And then this one here is water lilies.
Water.
So this also was done by Nick Tucci upon request.
Okay.
Again, modeled after the painting water lilies. Okay.
Yes.
Now I'll take you into the back part here. It should be pretty darn clean. I know there's some action going on here. We've got the snow melt here because it's, believe it or not, it may still snow. But this is the solarium. So in the spring and summer, this is my favorite spot.
Oh, yes.
The backyard here, we
Gorgeous.
do get
Oh.
wildlife. We'll get deer. We have a groundhog who is a resident under the gazebo. And then, depending upon the season, we will get foxes in the very back corner. You can see there's an area back there that's really wooded with the bushes and everything, and they really like that spot.
Okay. Just so you know, when I do my drone, what it'll do is it'll go up, it'll sit, it'll do a turn,
Mm-hmm.
and that's about it. Because I don't take a chance of going over anything.
That might get it
It
stuck.
looks like a good area though for that. I may try to get in front. I have some pictures of an Airbnb, not an Airbnb, but a bed and breakfast in Maine.
Uh-huh.
And what I did was went in the front
Uh-huh.
and got the whole front of the house. So that works pretty
Nice.
well.
All right, and so these you see, the guest is not there yet for Rose, at least I don't think so. I've got the key. Okay, so we can show you Rose. There we go. This is what Rose's room looks like. And for the longest time, this was my daughter's room. And you can see it has a nice
Beautiful.
open
Oh, yeah,
area
nice for
with some
a
antiques
girl.
in it.
How old is your daughter now?
My daughter is 17 now.
17.
Yeah.
Ah.
I know,
She must
and
have
you know
loved
what? I
this.
need to make sure this gets locked. There we go. There we go. All right.
Right.
You know, in a bathroom, there's
Yeah,
actually a
yeah,
bathroom
this is
in
a
every
nice
one of the
room,
rooms,
too.
a separate private bath for
Okay.
each one of them.
Sure.
Proving that this is an antique, this door keeps coming open. Of course not. There we go.
There you go. Right ahead.
No problem. Okay. So there is a study nook over here, a little bit of a library from my books from the past, and there's another painting here. This is actually the beach in Ventura, California.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
in there.
All
I
right.
would have
Yep.
recognized it.
Yeah. So off this way is the pier. So
Yeah.
up that way.
Okay.
Okay.
What
Now Royal Room is occupied. You heard
Yeah,
the family
yeah,
there, but
yeah.
the guest is.
is me?
No, that's all right.
Never put wet
I'll
stuff
you
on
can
a
see.
piece of wood
Yeah,
in
that's
my
what happened.
life. No, that would not happen.
Yeah. All right, so
Employees at HUD,
So this is
USDA,
original street glass.
Transportation, GSA,
Yeah.
this is
energy,
the
and
tall boy.
civilian.
I was out
This
there
is an
already.
alarm that
Well,
dates to the
as
20s.
soon as I saw that, I had to open the door and go out
Agencies
there.
exempted
Yep.
critical
Yeah.
This is a
functions,
mission-style chest,
enforcement
which is also,
The economy is bracing for what
original.
President Trump is
antique.
calling liberation.
It's okay to put something on top of it?
On top of it, sure,
All right.
sure, yeah.
Tomorrow.
Now,
Investors
the
hope
chair
it
that
will
you're
some
in is
share
actually
clarity and
from
relief,
a,
while others think that it will
it's
just
from a
create
church,
more
but you can
chaos in the
see
markets.
the two nuns
In another
here.
volatile
Yeah.
day in
Yeah.
the markets,
Yeah.
the S&P
Yep.
closed higher
Very
today
nice,
than
huh?
expected. The Dow closing
All right.
down nearly
Okay,
12%.
thank
you.
Yeah.
And I was just out here doing a little bit of sweeping. I haven't done a
Beautiful.
fantastic job, but I've gotten started, and this gives you a
Yeah,
view
and I
of the upper area.
mentioned that this is where the EV charger is, and it's so convenient.
Yeah, I've got
You
a
helping me
25-foot
park.
cable, so I should be able to reach just about any car
Right.
with that cable. I made sure I got extra distance, and we're
Perfect.
level 2. We're probably rated for
level
40
2.
amps max. I had an option to try to go up to 50, but it would have required a bunch of extra wiring and rejiggering,
Right.
and I'm like, no.
Yeah, that is
So,
such an
should be
attraction. You know, people are saying, "Oh, you can't take a road trip with an EV," but oh, yes, you can.
Yeah,
I
it
figured
takes a
out
little bit of
way,
planning.
and That's
Yep.
this is what this documentary is going to be all about.
That's pretty much it. I could take you up to the attic, not too fancy.
No, we're good.
In terms of
been a great tour. I
In
appreciate
terms of
it
features
so
of
much.
your room, you have a king-size bed. It's a
Alright.
purple mattress. It should be super comfortable.
And this is DV.
Okay. Washer and dryer.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Oh,
pop this open.
oh, I see.
Yep, and you can get your mandolin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Claim.
No,
Mandolin or
it's a
mandolin?
uke.
Oh, ukulele.
Ukulele.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
very good. All right. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, we have a bunch of instruments at home. We were in a
Nice.
band together for
Oh, yeah?
10 years.
Yeah. What kind of a band?
Rock. Anything. Anything we felt like playing.
Number of cars imported to the U.S.
Okay, well that's pretty much it. You've seen everything.
Fear is that